So, you want to change your life in the next 3 months? Okay, cool. 3 months is more than enough time to change your life, but it is going to require you to actually change and in ways that you may not have even thought about yet. But don't worry, because in this video, I'm going to tell you how. Somehow it's already October, so in honor of spooky season, it's time to go ghost on your old life. That's right. We are leaving our old life on red. Bye. We don't need it anymore. So we do only have 3 months left of 2024, but don't look at it like, oh, well, we've only got 3 months left. Look how much time I've already wasted. Might as well wait till January. No. Look at it like, okay, I've got 3 months left to improve myself, to impress myself. Now is the time to make the most out of Q4 so that by the time the new year is here, we've already laid the foundation for 2025 to be the best year yet. No more sitting on the sidelines and watching other people achieve their goals. It's time for you to do it too. Hey, hi, hello, and welcome back for another video. I'm Jaden if you're new here, and if not, hey girl, good to see you again. On this channel, we talk about self-development, mindset, and how to become our best selves from the inside out. So subscribe if you vibe, like this video, and hit the notification bell. Okay, these are the 3 ways to change your life in 3 months. Let's get into it. Now, it is important that you do number 1 first. This really is the first step, and that is to upgrade your identity. This may surprise you because it's not as flashy as, changing your look or getting new things, but it is more important than the outward stuff. Because if you are trying to change your life, especially in a condensed amount of time, and you don't see yourself differently, you still view yourself as the old you will not be able to step into the new you and your new life as easily. You'll keep reverting back to old habits and wondering why change is so hard for you. It's because you haven't done your identity work. You have to change who you see yourself as, who you think you are, because if you don't, all these new changes and habits that you're trying to implement will just feel fake. You'll feel phony. So if you don't change how you view yourself, then you can try all the external tips and tricks and none of it will stick. I have been there, trust me, I get it. But if you want to make lasting changes, you're going to have to change your perception of yourself. And growing and evolving is something that I think we'll always do as humans. And if you find that you're not growing and evolving, that's probably why you feel stuck and stagnant. But I feel like in this life, we're never done working on ourselves. We need to be lifelong learners, lifelong evolvers. And from the time we're born, our bodies are always changing. Just think of how fast a baby grows. Or think of yourself now, and when you go back and look at baby pictures, it's like, wow, I started out as that tiny little human. Oh my gosh. Nature is always evolving. Seasons are always changing. Our earth is always turning. So with all the change that's happening all around us, and even within our bodies, why would we think that we shouldn't have to change anything with our mind? We absolutely do. Think of how you thought at 15. Is that how you think now as an adult? Or if you're a teenager watching this, think about when you were younger, maybe middle school. Do you still think the same way as your middle school self? Probably not. We are supposed to grow, evolve, and change. You cannot walk through new doors being an old version of you. You cannot, as a 25-year-old, walk into an interview with the mindset of a 15-year-old. We are always growing, evolving, and changing, and our minds should come with us. That doesn't mean be fickle and be indecisive and not know what you want at any given moment, but it just means that you should be flexible. Don't be so set in your ways that you think you don't need to change. I know that you're wanting to change your external world in 3 months, but that's not going to happen until you learn how to change your internal world and how you view yourself. For example, if exercise has always been challenging for you, you've never really enjoyed it, but now you want to start exercising more, you need to change your self-concept in this area. So instead of seeing yourself as the old version of you, which was something like the person who's trying to exercise more but hates it, to the person who moves their body every day and loves it. And by changing your identity to somebody who is the kind of person who loves working out, who loves moving their body, you then find that it will be easier to get up out of bed, put on those workout clothes, and go to the gym, go for a walk, go to your living room and do that at-home workout. It will feel more natural once you change how you see yourself and the kind of person you believe you are. You also have to believe that you're the kind of person that can change in 3 months. And then start thinking, feeling, speaking, acting like that higher version of yourself. If you catch yourself being the old version of you, that's okay. Just correct it. So ask yourself, what would the higher version of myself do? And then do that. The second step to changing your life in 3 months is to clarify and create. So get clear on what it is you want, when you want it, and how you want to feel once you have it. And then once you have clarified your desired outcome, your desired reality, start feeling that way now. You might ask yourself, how am I supposed to feel happiness when X, Y, and Z is happening to me? Well, bonus tip, the quickest way to make sure you don't get what you want is to be ungrateful. So just try to change your perspective. Instead of looking at everything that you perceive to have gone wrong, look at all the things that have gone right. Focus on the abundance you have now instead of the lack of it. Because if you aren't grateful for and don't care for the things that you have now, why would the universe give you more? You may want to live in a nicer house, to drive a nicer car, to be in a better body, to be in a better relationship. You may want those things, but how are you treating the current versions of those things that you have right now? How do you treat your body? What do you eat? Do you move it? Do you exercise? Do you speak kindly to your body? Whatever house you're in, it may not be the mansion that you want to have one day, but how well are you cleaning and caring for the house that you're in right now? Take stock of how well you take care of what's in your life right now. Then ask yourself, are you really ready for more? Once you've clarified what you want and expressed gratitude for what you have, now it's time to create. What are the routines that you have? What does your schedule look like? What do you do on a daily basis? What kind of environment do you live in? What kind of clothes do you wear? How do you do your hair, your makeup? This kind of fun stuff. You probably won't have everything you want tomorrow. But what can you do today to cultivate the environment of your highest version? So maybe you're not living in the mansion yet, like I said, but what can you do to your house or your room now to make it a cozier space? So instead of leaving your room a mess, which will subconsciously make you feel like your life is a mess, take a few extra minutes out of your day to make your bed, pick up those clothes, throw away that trash. And by taking the time to cultivate this cleaner space that is free of clutter, you're going to free your mind of clutter. And part of the creation process is being an open channel to receive ideas and downloads. So if you have a cluttered space, then your mind is going to be full of clutter and you're probably going to feel more anxious. But if you clear those things, then you'll be able to hear and receive the new ideas that are going to help you create the life that you desire. So let's say that you get an idea for a course you could create, a book you could write, a product you could sell online. Start the process. Don't wait. That idea came to you for a reason. In the time that you sit on the idea, second guess yourself, overthink it, somebody else has gotten the same idea and has already garnered success from that because they decided to just act instead of wondering if they were even worthy of that. So take aligned action and take it quickly. Don't wait until it feels more comfortable or you feel more ready or until you have that equipment or until you're in the nicer house. Just start. And the thing about the human mind is that we can tell ourselves, oh yes, I'm going to start tomorrow 100 times. And then tomorrow comes and you don't start. But if you keep doing that, you're going to be no closer to your goals than you would be if you had never gotten that great idea. But you did. So don't waste it. It's time to stop being scared of your own potential and persist through the discomfort. And if you're enjoying this content so far, go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already, like the video, and share it with a friend who could use these level up tips. Now, the third and final step to changing your life in 3 months is to make sure that you're not allowing distractions to override your discipline. Distractions can come in all different forms: our phone, our friends, family, favorite TV shows or books, and even dating. And I feel like dating might not be one that you hear from women as often, but it's true. One thing about men is that if they know they're not ready for a relationship, they're not trying to get in a relationship. They're focused on their goals. They're doing what they know they need to do to get to where they want to be in life. And women could use a little bit more of that energy. If you don't really want to date, but somebody asks you out on a date, but you don't want to hurt their feelings, so you say yes anyway, and thus put off your goals and dreams even further because you decided to waste time on that date that you didn't want to go on. Why? I'm not saying dating is a waste of time, but I'm just saying, for example, if you want to start a business and you are really strapped for time, you do not have much of it, and you decide this Saturday that you're going to start working on that business, but someone asks you on a date for this Saturday, and you only have time to do one of the things. Are you going to work on your business, work toward your dreams? Or are you going to go on the date with this random person who's a stranger, essentially, just so you don't hurt their feelings? Or just because you'll have somewhere to go? Or just to avoid having to start the business? Well, if you want to change your life in 3 months, I'm going to say work on the business. And if this person truly wants to date you, they will wait until your schedule opens up. Just because you're not working your 9 to 5 doesn't mean that you're not busy. You can be busy doing other things. You don't have to tell them what it is. Or if you don't want to go, you could simply just say no, save yourself the time and energy. Obviously, if you're in a relationship, date nights are important. So you do that, but still make time for the things that you want to work on. If you're single, though, and you're just trying to mingle for no real reason, but you want to change your life in 3 months, you don't have time to be going on pointless dates with people you're probably not going to talk to in the next 6 months. Sorry, it's true. Maybe the love of your life is going to be one of those people that you date, but it should never be at the expense of your evolvement, at the expense of you working toward your goals. Because the person who's really for you is going to understand, oh, hey, you're busy. I love that you're working on that. I love that you are taking time to make your dreams a reality. I really admire that. We can go out another time when it works for you. Please let me know when that is. That simple. If someone's upset because you can't go to dinner with them on Saturday night and they're just now asking you on Wednesday, no. Hi, Editing Jaden here. Just wanted to interrupt our regularly scheduled program to say, and if they're looking for a same day situation, that is a definite no. Because what do they think this is? Amazon? Please. Anyway, back to the video. It's giving they want you to drop everything for them. And we're not doing that. By choosing to distract yourself by going on that date or going out with friends or binge watching that TV show or scrolling for hours on social media, you delay the person you could become and the life that you could live every time you put someone else's needs above your own. If you're wanting to change your life in 3 months and do a little quantum leap, you're going to have to get a little selfish. If you're anything like me, you can get swept up in a TV show real quick. Ever since I was little, when I start watching TV, nothing else exists. I'm totally immersed. But as an adult, I realize how much time I can waste doing that. So if I realize that I am not using my time wisely, then you gotta hit pause on the procrastination on the TV show and ask yourself, what is it that I know I need to be doing that I'm avoiding because it feels overwhelming? Then ask yourself, what can I do today to chip away at or to complete this task? Then you go and you do that thing. That will clear the mental clutter and increase your productivity. Now, I don't believe in hustling, so I don't think that you should lock yourself in your room and talk to no one, have no enjoyment until you accomplish your goals. No, that's unhealthy. That's how you burn out. That's not what we're doing. But you also can't be going out every single weekend and staying up late every single night and being tired the next day every single day if you want things to improve. If you're unhappy with life right now, it's a result of the choices you've been making. So, to improve your life, you have to improve your choices. That is going to include being disciplined and doing the things you know you need to do even when you don't feel like it. And I know how hard it is. As a woman, our hormones are on different levels every week of the month. So there's a high probability that we will not feel like doing something we know we need to do at least twice during the month. But, and I absolutely think you should listen to your body. And if you need to rest, do that. But sometimes we take the resting a bit too far and we've been on the couch a little too long. And we've been allowing ourselves to rest and rejuvenate a little bit too long. So then you need to pull that discipline back to the surface and go, okay, what can I do that's maybe a smaller step than what I would normally feel like taking? So if doing a whole like hour workout at the gym feels like too much, go for a walk in your neighborhood or do a quick little 10-15 minute at-home workout. There are ways to still get 1% better every day, but not overwork ourselves. Now, if you keep trying something and your approach isn't working, then you can just pivot. Don't quit, but pivot. Because sometimes the way that we're doing something just isn't conducive to the process, just isn't showing results. And in that case, all you need to do is pivot. You don't need to feel like a complete failure and just quit the whole thing because you haven't seen the growth you want to see. Maybe you just need to tweak a few things in your process. Be disciplined, but know when it's time to pivot. So find the balance that works for you of your masculine energy of going out there and doing and working towards something, but also your feminine energy of knowing when to rest and relax and receive, somewhere between hustling and slacking. Because we don't want to do either of these. These are both extremes. We want to find the sweet spot that's right in the middle. And that looks different for all of us. So play around and find what works best for you and your schedule and your energy levels. But I do know that no matter who you are, what you're doing, and where you live, you're not going to be able to level up in 3 months if you're allowing distractions to override your discipline. And discipline is a muscle. Most of us are not born being very disciplined. Most of us have to work at that and really strengthen that muscle. I know I have. I'm still working on it, but it's a continuous journey. I don't think we're ever going to be all the way there. That is why we have to enjoy the journey, trust the process, and romanticize life along the way. Because if we don't, and we're waiting for our life to happen once we get the thing, it's going to feel empty. That's why there's so many famous, successful people who seem successful on the surface, who feel empty and alone. It's because they didn't do the inner work. All they did was hustle and grind and try to go get it. And they got it, but now they're unhappy. I don't want that to be you. So let's start with the inner work, which is upgrading our identity, getting clear on what we want, and beginning to create that, and making sure that your discipline overrules your distractions. So there you have it. 3 ways to change your life in 3 months. 90 days to a new you. I hope this video has helped. If you watched the video this far, go ahead and comment down below, "I've got this," or your favorite part of the video. And I can see in my analytics that, let's see, 80 to 90% of you are not subscribed. So let's fix that. Help your girl out. Go ahead and subscribe. Like this video. Thank you so much for watching. I love you. I appreciate you. Watching this video was a jump start toward your dreams. And let's level up together and live our best lives in 2025. Go ahead and watch one of these next, and let's keep hanging out. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.